It's 9:15. Welcome back, everybody. We're continuing our Harvest on the Harbor coverage, which not only celebrates Maine's seafood industry, but also local spirits, huh?
And opening night features an event called the Maine Pour. Expect classic cocktails crafted with Maine-made gins, vodkas, bourbons, rums, and more. We have Jordan Milne here from Hardshore Distilling Company to tell us all about it. Good morning, Jordan. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yes, we like what we're seeing already.
Oh, absolutely.
Here
yeah.
in our Arc Maine kitchen turned into Arc Maine Bar.
Yep.
Before we talk about Harvest on the Harbor, all the fun stuff, tell us what we're crafting today.
Right, so I was going to make up a really easy classic cocktail called the French 75. I chose this cocktail because it's great with dinner, before dinner drinks, even maybe after dinner, but it's also great with brunch. Given that it's early in the morning, we might find something that's a little bit more appropriate for the time.
All right, why is it called French 75?
Ooh.
So it's a classic cocktail. It's basically after the long guns that the French 75 that the French popularized back in the 19th century, and now there's lots of different variations. There's the Italian 75, which is actually what we're making today because we're using Prosecco instead of champagne. But there's so many riffs on this drink. It's really easy to make, and like I said, it's a beautiful classic cocktail. So easy.
So an explosion of taste then, right, with the guns.
It just, I mean, everyone has different tastes. So we want to make sure that everyone gets exactly what they're looking for.
Well, this is one of my favorite cocktails. Before we get to pouring, how fun is the Maine Pour event, and what can we expect from that?
So the Harvest on the Harbor opening event, which is the Maine Pour, features distillers from all across the state of Maine, and I'm sure that a lot of your audience is more familiar with the Maine brewing industry. Well, behind that industry is a burgeoning Maine distilling industry, and the products coming out of Maine distillers right now are absolutely fantastic. We run the gamut from rums and vodkas and whiskeys to eau de vies, and I mean, it's just so many amazing products that are winning awards at the national and international level. So we're really proud of this industry, and the Harvest on the Harbor Maine Pour really highlights some of the best that Maine distilleries have to offer.
How important is it to be part of this, and how special it is for you guys to be taking part of Harvest on the Harbor in this event?
This is actually one of our favorite events during the year. We pull out all the stops. So not only do we have products that we feature at bars and restaurants and liquor stores across the state, but we also have spirits that we make and we only offer into our distillery. We bring a lot of those special offerings to the Maine Harvest the Harbor to really show them to the audience and to highlight them, because this is a really great event that really highlights not just the really popular, flagship products, but the weird, nerdy, kind of cool products that you're not going to see anywhere else. So this is a great showcase event. And it's not just about spirits. I mean, there's going to be jazz from the Haddock Bouncers. There's going to be seafood. There's going to be a Maine shucking oyster shucking competition. I mean, it's a lot of fun. Okay. It's a really good time.
This sounds incredible. So it's an Italian 75, technically.
We're making an Italian 75. So, like I said, this is a really easy cocktail. It's really bright and bubbly. We're going to start with some of our Maine-made Hardshore original gin. This is gin that we make here in Portland using fresh rosemary and fresh mint, so it has this really nice bright herbal profile.
I can already smell it a little bit.
We hear from a lot of people who say that maybe gin is not their favorite because it tastes like a Christmas tree. We've really tried to address that by bringing in some flavors that are a little more familiar, a little more approachable, and we hear a lot of people say, I don't really like gin, but I love Hardshore, and that's what we're trying to do at Hardshore Distilling.
Convert people.
And show them that it's gin doesn't have to just be one thing.
Oh, I can smell it right now.
So it's just 1 ounce of gin, half an ounce of simple syrup. Simple syrup is really easy to make. If you're not making a bunch of cocktails for people, you can just put 1 spoonful of water, 1 spoonful of sugar in a shot glass, put it in the microwave for 10 seconds, and simple syrup is ready to go. So it's not that difficult. And then another, so it's 1 ounce of gin, half ounce of simple syrup, and then half ounce of lemon juice. Very simple. And then what makes it an Italian 75 is just a little Prosecco. You don't need to use a specific type of Prosecco. Anything from your local spirits retailer or wine retailer. I mean, this one I got from Hannaford. They have a really great selection there. It's not about using the right Prosecco. It's about using the Prosecco that you enjoy.
Right.
Now, you have the measuring cup and everything for everything else, but why not for the Prosecco?
Well, the Prosecco is a little bit lower ABV than gin, and it's really to how you prefer it. If you want a little bit more spirit forward, maybe use a little bit less Prosecco. If you want a little little bit bubblier, a little bit brighter, maybe use a little more Prosecco. So making cocktails is all about preference. How do you like it? There's no right way, there's no wrong way. It's really about how you enjoy your cocktails, and that's what's really lovely about this drink.
Just kind of wing it, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
And obviously the event is going to be so much fun, but do you also try to make people feel less intimidated making cocktails at home?
That is my job.
Yeah.
I mean, so everyone kind of assumes that when you're a gin maker that you're a cocktail maker. I am not. I really am not a professional bartender. My team right now is probably watching this laugh and be like, that's not how you make a French 75. It's how I make a French 75, and I think that's so important.
Right.
It's not about doing things the right way. It's about doing the way that you enjoy them, and really trying to deconstruct that and showing people this is not scary. This is, you know, if you can cook, you can make wonderful cocktails. It's really
What makes cocktails too fun when you go out, especially, is the garnish they put in there.
Oh, that's true.
And I mean, they dress it up, or like when they bring it, it's almost like visually, it's almost worth all the money instead of just what's in the glass. Right?
So much fun. I mean, think about like Bloody Marys with all the things that are sticking out on top, or garnish. The garnish game is something that I need to get a little bit better at. Sometimes I just kind of go for the gin.
Right.
I know, I didn't
so
bring a garnish for this.
That's okay.
But yeah, I mean, the cocktails are about a multi-sensory experience. Right now we can smell the lemon, we can smell the gin, the sight of the glass and how it presents itself visually, in addition to how it tastes and how it makes you feel. So cocktails, like food, are multi-sensory.
And before we run out of time, what do you feel like you're most proud of with your products specifically?
Oh boy, that's like asking me which of my kids is my favorite. So Hardshore is definitely known for our flagship original gin, and the reason for that is, I think in terms of gins, it's the most departed from kind of what people think of as classic gin. It's really bright and herbal. It's not piney. It's really approachable. Like I said, we get lots of people who say that they don't like gin, saying we really love this. And then in our bourbon land, we just launched our Shorebird bourbon last year. This is much more of a classic bourbon selection, but being able to do that outside of kind of the bourbon breadbasket of Tennessee, Kentucky, the Midwest, and do that in Maine is something that we're really proud of as well. Right. So yeah, I mean, I'm proud of all my products, and I think that they're really great examples of their categories.
Just like all your kids.
That's right.
So when's the event? What time and all the details?
So the event is going to be Thursday, October, what would that be, 29th, I believe, or 28th?
The 30th, I
oh,
believe.
sorry, it's the
Thursday.
30th.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah, it's so October 30th. It's at Maine Studio Works down on 170 Anderson Street. I believe the doors open up around 6:30, but all that information can be found on harvestontheharbor.com. It's going to be a really fantastic event. All of Maine's distillers are going to be there, as well as Brown Seafood Trading Company.
Amazing.
And it's going to bring an amazing spread and the Hatticle Bouncers for live jazz. So it's going to be a fantastic event, and we're really looking forward to it.
Amazing. Jordan, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate it.
Don't listen to your employees. You did a great job.
You did a great job.
Thanks so much.